Welcome back, and welcome to our weekly edition of All Things Women in Sports. The WNBA playoffs will begin in almost exactly a month, coming up on Sunday, September 27th. This year, there are 15 teams in the league, with the top 8 overall making it to postseason play. As of today, 7 teams have clinched a playoff run. So at the number 1 seed, it's the Minnesota Lynx, who have been the top team the entire season. They only have 8 losses so far, bolstered by stellar performances by rookie guard Olivia Miles. Then each sitting with 26 wins, it's the Golden State Valkyries and the defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces. Behind them in 4th is the Atlanta Dream, followed by the Fever, the New York Liberty, and the Washington Mystics. So the next month for these teams will be jockeying for position to determine seeding, matchups, and home court advantages. But out of the bottom 8 teams, only 2 are still battling it out for that final playoff spot. The Dallas Wings, led by Paige Beckers, are sitting at 22-16 right now, ahead of the new expansion team, the Portland Fire, with a record of 15-22. Here's the thing, though. These 2 teams are playing each other tonight in Texas. With a win, Dallas could clinch its first playoff berth since 2023. That game starts at 7 p.m. Central Time. And Paige Beckers is coming off a historic game against Seattle on Sunday, where she scored 32 points in just 26 minutes. Beckers went a perfect 6 for 6 from the three-point line, tying the WNBA record for most triples without a miss in a single game. But she wasn't the only one making history on Sunday. The Indiana Fever had a road win against the Chicago Sky, knocking the Sky out of playoff contention. And during that game, Caitlin Clark scored 37, including a career-high 8 three-pointers. She also had her 5th ever night with 30-plus points and 10 assists. That's her 5th. The rest of the league has combined just 4 of those. Kelsey Mitchell also scored 30 on Sunday, extending her record-breaking streak of 23 consecutive games with 20 or more points. It's also the 3rd time this season that Clark and Mitchell both had 30 or more points in a game, which is the most by any duo in league history. And then last night, Angel Reese was balling out. The Atlanta Dream star had 26 rebounds last night in a win over the Los Angeles Sparks, which breaks the single-game rebound record that had stood since 2003. Reese also broke the WNBA's rebounding record in a season. She has 458 rebounds this year so far, with 6 regular season games still to play. Now, elsewhere in the WNBA, former MVP Nneka Ogwumike has announced she is retiring after this year. For the past 15 seasons, Nneka has had a decorated career on and off the court. She was the number 1 pick in the 2012 draft and went on to earn Rookie of the Year that season with Los Angeles. She also scored the title-winning shot for the Sparks with 3 seconds left in the 2016 WNBA championship game. Nneka is also serving her 4th term as president of the Players Union, where she has led the league through several contract negotiations. And tonight, former star Tina Charles will see her jersey raised into the rafters in Connecticut. The former MVP led her college team to back-to-back championships before becoming the 1st overall pick in the 2010 draft. She went on to win Rookie of the Year, League MVP, and had 8 All-Star nods. Now, out on the West Coast, the city of Portland has unveiled a first-of-its-kind training center. Check this out. It's the first ever dual women's sports complex. This is for the WNBA's Portland Fire and the NWSL's Portland Thorns soccer team. The $150 million center is now open with full-size soccer pitches, basketball courts, a gym, sauna, Pilates studio, and family spaces. And speaking of soccer, let's take a look at the rankings right now. NWSL playoffs will begin in early November, but things are certainly heating up. The top 8 teams in this League of 16 will advance to postseason play, and right now there aren't a lot of points separating a lot of these teams. Interesting, though, check out number 11, the Orlando Pride. They have been in playoff contention all season long before dropping in the last few days down to spot 11 out of playoff contention right now. But certainly there's a lot of time left in this year's season. Looking ahead, though, FIFA has officially revealed the full 2027 Women's World Cup match schedule. It'll run from June 24th to July 25th in Brazil, spanning 64 matches next summer across 8 cities. In tennis, Coco Gauff took home the Cincinnati Open trophy this weekend. The world number 4 had to defeat world number 3 and fellow American Jessica Pegula in the championship matchup. And Gauff is now just the 3rd woman ever to win Cincinnati twice. The last time she did it, in 2023, she went on to her breakout U.S. Open title run. And at this year's U.S. Open, you will see Serena Williams in the mixed doubles alongside star Carlos Alcaraz. This will be Serena's first appearance at the tournament since her 2022 goodbye. The main draw for the U.S. Open, the 4th and final major of the year, begins on Sunday. Finally tonight, a bizarre hockey story for you. The PWHL's Walter Cup trophy is missing. Now, this is actually the replica that's gone, since the actual trophy remains on permanent display in Toronto's Hockey Hall of Fame. But the cup was making its rounds with the championship Montreal Victoire players, just like the Stanley Cup does, when it was reportedly lost in transit this month. The league tells AP News it is working with the shipping company to try and locate it. And that'll do it for this week's edition of Women in Sports.